inserted. So many people have this issue, and this is one of those credit reporting situations that I really want you to pay attention to. Normally, you disputed something, right? You got it deleted from your credit report. You probably thought, okay, great, it's gone. I don't have to worry about that any longer. And then one day you pull your report again because you maybe got an Experian alert or whatever, and it's back on your credit report. A lot of people see that and automatically think the credit bureau could just put it back whenever they want. No, okay? They have obligations to go by. So once that information has been deleted and then reinserted, there are certain things that are supposed to happen. Thank you, Bobby.
You're welcome.
And this is exactly what we're going to break down in this class. So make sure you stay until the end of this video because, again, this is important. And this is one of those classes that is like highly recommended and suggested to keep watching all the way through. All right. It came off, then it came back, right? But legally, we want to talk about this coming back part because reinserting information is not supposed to be as simple as, a credit bureau saying, oh, I'm throwing it back on there on your credit report, right? There are conditions attached to that reinsertion. So if you notice something was deleted and then later returned, don't just start another random dispute without first documenting exactly what happened because that is not going to be an initial dispute. You understand? You could do it that way and maybe get it removed that way again. But again, we're all about being strategic over here. So that wouldn't be the first move because it wasn't supposed to be back anyway under certain circumstances and conditions. There are rules that the credit bureaus have to follow, okay? Before and after reinsertion. Let's talk about what the law actually requires, right? Now, these are what I want you to pay attention to, right? Before the information is reinserted, there is supposed to be a certification that the information is complete and accurate, right? Simple. From the furnisher, right? It has to be a written notice to you, sent promptly after the information is reinserted. The furnisher's identifying information, so you know exactly who certified it, okay? And said that, oh, this is true, whatever the case may be, right? Notice of your rights to add a statement included with the reinsertion notice, right? So you have to have a notice, right? You have to have a notice and a certification from the furnisher. Like, so somebody has to say, yes, we checked this information is complete and accurate, put it back. And who did that? Because half of the time the credit bureaus don't even want to conduct reasonable investigations. And you mean to tell me you did it this time? And the furnisher definitely didn't do it because 9 times out of 10, like I tell y'all, that initial dispute is always coming back verified. Not too many people are getting deletions on the first try. Okay? So, yeah. This is another one of them things where it's like, oh man, I disputed it. And if it comes back, nope, they still have rules even if it comes back. All right? Someone had to certify accuracy for it to come back. This is really important, right? This is why reinsertion can put you in such an interesting position because somebody had to stand behind the accuracy of the information, and that's where you could be getting intimidated. Like, wait a second, hold on, wait a minute, wait a minute now, right? Like, that certification is not just somebody casually saying, yeah, looks right. They are literally making a statement that this information is complete and accurate, right? That could be intimidating for somebody, right? But you have to realize too that statements can be tested. So now, instead of just repeatedly saying this account is wrong, you have something much more specific to look at, right? Who made the certification, right? What information did they rely on, right? Does what's being reported match what they supposedly certified as complete and accurate, right? That is a completely different conversation. So, going into the next slide, we're going to talk about the trap, right? It was deleted because it could not be verified. Then someone certified it was accurate, right? Both of those things cannot comfortably be true at the same time. That tension is literally the entire point, right? So this is the part I really want you to understand. Imagine the account was removed after a dispute, right? Because somebody couldn't verify the information, okay? Sometimes, or well, really, the credit bureaus are supposed to take your entire point into investigation, not just ask the furnisher. They're supposed to conduct an actual investigation, right? So if if the credit bureaus conducted a reinvestigation, that either means the information that they got from the furnisher could not be verified, or it wasn't enough for them to verify it, and they took it off your credit report, or the furnisher said we can't verify it, and they was honest and said we can't verify it, so we don't even want no problems for whatever reason, and whatever. But either one of them, said take it off, and 9 times out of 10 that was probably, again, the furnisher, because the credit bureaus 9 times out of 10 takes the furnisher's word, right? Do you see the tension there? At one point there was not enough verification to keep it there, and then later somebody said, oh no, this is we don't looked at it again, this is complete and accurate. So naturally I want to know what changed, right? What new information did you get, and who the heck provided it, and what did the person actually verify, though, right? That does not automatically mean you have some guaranteed violation, right? But it definitely, I ain't gonna lie, 9 times out of 10, it's probably a guaranteed violation. But I can't tell you guys that it's a guaranteed violation, but it absolutely gives you something specific to investigate, instead of, starting out as a trying to go back over the process again that got the account initially deleted. Okay. The moment it reappears, the report showing it was gone, right? Dated proof of the deletion. And this is why it's super important to, even if you've gone through a dispute process and the account got removed, make sure you just keep everything, right? This is why I'm constantly telling you guys to save your credit reports, right? Do not depend on Credit Karma showing you what happened 6 months ago. If something gets deleted, save the report. You want a dated copy showing that the account was gone, right? The report showing it returned, dated proof of the reinsertion, okay? Save that as well. And save every single letter or notice the credit bureau sends you as well, okay? If you never receive the reincertification notice, document that too, right? Your timeline is going to be what matters, because again, they deal with so many people. And I know they have a lot of computer systems getting things wrong, but again, you have to realize that even humans are feeding these computers information, and they can get it wrong, okay? Any notice you did or did not receive, which is that we just talked about it, that reinsertion notice, okay? Because months later, saying, I know it was deleted before. Let me try to get, let me try to look at Credit Karma. Let me try to look at Experian. Let me try to look at all these. Let me try to find it. No, just keep it. Just keep it. All right. If it came back, document everything. We walk through reinsertion timelines and what to preserve the moment you spot one. So if you take nothing else from this class, remember, if something disappears from your credit report and then comes back, do not ignore it, right? Document everything, save the report, save the letters, look for the reinsertion notice, look at who's supposedly certified the information, and start building a timeline, right? So inside of the Go to University, this is the kind of thing I want you learning to catch, okay? Because there's certain things that people don't know what to look for. It's that saying of you don't know what you don't know, right? Because good credit repair is not just throwing dispute letters at, everything on your credit report that may be in a DIY template. You have to realize that my DIY template is for when you're initially getting on a dispute, right? You notice something, oh, I'm disputing it. You notice something, I'm disputing it. But there are moments like this where it's like, wait, I kind of hit that bridge, So the more you document, the stronger your position becomes when something does not add up. All right. So I want you guys to remember that in your dispute process and in your journey, not everything is going to look the same. Some people will get deletions on the second round. Some people will get deletions on the second round and then it comes back. Some people get deletions on the third round. But you being consistent and pretty much understanding everything that can happen and is likely to happen through these different processes and knowing how to navigate those is really your strong suit. So with that being said, I will see you guys in the next video, and I'll also see you guys in the Golden University school community, because that is where we are taking back our power. We are fighting debt collectors, creditors, and a whole bunch of other things. So you need to be inside of the room. I will see you in the next class.